Okay, girls, so we're going to get started. Thank you so much for jumping on. So today is really just about us getting together and me offering you some of my time for you to be able to ask me any questions. So, like girls that jumped on last night, Debs, Max, and Kat, I know that I gave you the opportunity to ask some questions, but some of you didn't have anything to ask. But I just really want you to think about anything that you're struggling with that you think that you need help with or support with right now in this time that you think could benefit you and your businesses. No questions too small. There'll be no judgment. And to see if there's anything at all that you feel that you want to talk about, that you want to voice, that you feel like you need more support with, or how to move forward. Anything at all. Just this is your chance now to kind of open up and we can just talk about it. That's what this time is really for. Like I said last night, I won't go into too much detail about it, but mindset is everything. You know, whatever we're thinking, it's going to become true for us. So we've got to make sure that we're practicing having a really positive mindset. I won't go into too much detail about that because I know that you're all professionals at having positive mindsets now, because it's something that we talk about so much. So yeah, like I just want to open it up. Is there anything that you girls want to ask me? Is there any questions that you have? Let me know. Take yourself off mute and yeah, just let me know if there's anything that you want to go through and want to ask me. Hi, Debs.
Hey babe,
Hi,
how are you?
darling. I'm great, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Good.
Okay, I have one particular question.
Okay.
I really struggle with time management.
Okay.
So obviously I'm really busy with my hairdressing
Mm-hmm.
and I try to fit in between clients. I feel like I need to have a particular time in my day. Is there anything particular you can give me some advice on whether I need to pick a particular hour that I do? Do you know what I mean? I do little bits in between the day and then I just struggle with I feel like I'm not doing enough.
Okay. So what I would say is, like, obviously we've all got very different days. Like, for example, your day is going to be very different to mine, and mine's going to be very different to Kat's, for example, because Kat's got two children, you've
Yeah,
got a hairdressing business, and
yeah.
I've got, options really because I'm quite a free person. So my advice to you, Debs, would be to find what time works for you, like when you feel that you've got that spare hour. So
Yeah.
you've probably heard me speak on other Zoom calls that Susie Mitchell had a full-time business. She had a son. She had all things going on. She was a single parent, but she wanted to make this business work. So she got up an hour earlier than usual. She got up at 4 o'clock every day and worked 4 a.m. to 5 a.m. and made sure
Mhm.
in that time she was doing income producing activities. So not scrolling, she was burning CDs, she was connecting with people, speaking to people, and making sure the things that she was doing was benefiting her and her business. So I would say to you, schedulize some time in every single day, and whether that's an hour in the morning, like before you've or after you've done your meditation and your gratitude, what you've got to do is obviously gratitude is a really important part of your day. But if you're doing that but not managing to get your work done, then we need to figure out a way of factoring it in at a different time of day. So really have a think about when you can fit an extra hour in, because I don't think I can tell you a specific time that's good for you, because what might work for me might not work for you, if that makes sense. So what I would do is I would pick an hour, or the other night there was a lady on the call and she was called Wendy, and she's a super, super, super busy woman. And she does 15 minutes. So she sets her alarm for 15 minutes and she basically does like connecting with people for 15 minutes, adding people for 15 for minutes, connecting with old connections for 15 minutes, and really making sure that she's doing those income producing activities in that time that she's got, not just sitting and scrolling. So if you're super, super busy with your hairdressing, which is great, obviously use the time while you're hairdressing to talk to your hairdressing clients. And, you can ask them, who do they know? Talk about how you're getting on really well and obviously your incredible results. You don't have to say like, oh, I think you might be interested. You can literally just talk about how good you feel, sow the seed, talk about just how excited you are, how good your health is, and kind of sow the seed that way rather than saying, oh, I've got something that, I think you should do, because then they might start asking questions. So just be wise with your time and think about how you can maximize your efforts with the people that you've come into contact with. And you can also offer to your customers, you don't know anybody who's been in a similar situation to me, or you don't know anybody that's looking to have better health, because I might have something that they're interested in.
No, brilliant. Thank you. I saw that, Wendy, the other night, and that is a really good thing. I think I need to just focus on certain times and just, like you say, set a timer and just do it.
Mm-hmm. What time do you think would work for you?
See, for me, early mornings don't work because I've got the dogs to sort out. I do my gratitude and everything in the morning. So I think I need to set a time after my salon work and do it then. Because otherwise I'm just like all over the place and I'll just like panic and just like I can't get it done. So I think I need to do the evening rather than the morning for that, personally.
Okay, absolutely. So like if you know that you work better in the evening, then find an hour where you go, like as if you've got a hairdressing client, this is my time, this is my hour, this is when I'm working. Like this is my work time.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Thank you.
So welcome. Right, girlies. Who else has got questions? There must be something that you want to know. Max, hello, baby.
Hello, I've got a question.
Hello, Zana, darling. How are you?
Hello, I'm alright, thanks. I had a question which I couldn't ask yesterday because I couldn't remember what the question was. And also, I had a friend with me, and she's not part of the company, and just yet, fingers crossed.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wanted to know, how do you approach people on social media that, like, even if you've been chatting to them for a while, how do you approach them with dropping the business opportunity? Because obviously now, like you said, people are catching on about network marketing and messaging people that I barely know. Like I've spoken to like 3 or 4 times. It's really awkward. Meet people that I know personally, I'm really like comfortable with dropping the opportunity. But people that I don't know very well or I met through social media, I can talk about the products all day and night because I'm very passionate about inspiring healthy living.
Mm-hmm.
But talking about the opportunity, the business opportunity, because I'm not like money driven, I'm more time freedom driven.
Okay.
I'm more creatively driven, and that this business can give you that. It can give you that time freedom. How do I drop the opportunity to people I hardly know, or that I've never met?
What's the difference between people that you hardly know and people that you do know?
I don't know. I just feel like, because with people that I know, I've met in person and stuff, and I can relate it. I already know their background story.
Mm-hmm.
And I already know, like, oh, by the way, like, I know that you've been going through this or something. If you need a bit of financial support, this is a great way. You've got social media anyway, but this is what's really helped me have a bit of extra pocket money. And you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Okay, so with people that you don't know, if you don't know them well enough to drop the business opportunity in, guess what you've got to do?
Get to know them better.
Yeah. Ask more questions. Because it's like if we'd just met on social media and you just went to me, oh yeah, I've got a business opportunity, I might have something you're interested in, I might be like, well, how would you know? Whereas if you ask lots of questions, then you can obviously get to know that person, and actually it's probably less offensive if you're asking people that you don't know than to your friends, because I think friends are harder to crack. Whereas people that you don't know, you really haven't got anything to lose. Just like Debbie said, know, like and trust. It's about building that relationship. absolutely. You know, they've got to get to know you. They've got to, you know, get to like who you are and what you're about, and then start to trust, you know, what you're all about. So asking lots of questions, you know, just anything, just be like what you want. What we want to start doing is start saying more of we together, and all the words that include kind of everybody, and stop talking about ourselves as much. You know, you can offer stories that we've experienced. You can talk about team, you can talk about community, you know, you can talk about all kinds of things that we do as a team and a community, and obviously share your story. But the less that we talk about ourselves and the more that we ask questions and talk about other people, the better, you know, because it puts everything onto them. And it's not an interview, we're just finding out about that person, what drives that person, what their likes, what their hobbies, what do they do in their spare time, what their interests, what their struggles. You know, like, for example, I'm just going to try and go off on a little whim right here. So, you know, so you could be speaking to somebody and you know, you've only just met them and you've got something in common, and, you know, they love the gym, or, you know, you just get chatting to them, and you can just say to them, like, for example, you know, oh, it's so hard, you know, when I haven't actually got someone live to talk to, but, you know, what holidays are you going on this year? Like, you know, it's coming up to summer. Have you got any nice holidays planned? And a lot of people sometimes say, no, I'm not going away till like next year. And you can say like, oh, have you already been on holiday this year? And they'll be like, oh no, we just can't afford to go away this year. And then you can obviously,
so you're kind of prompting answers out of them.
Yeah, absolutely. But sincerely, you know, you always want to do it sincerely. But no, yeah, knowing, liking and trusting is so important. You know, and really getting to know people. You know, you don't want to be somebody that is just seen as a network marketer. You actually want to take care and actually get into people's, you know, like you want people to know that you care about them and that you're not just trying to sell them something, because actually, you know, when we get to that place, people will trust us. You know, like I was saying on the call last night, I've had a few girls recently have had really bad experiences with Juice Plus products and the business, you know, and they've actually signed up again with products. One of them signed back up into the business because she's built that trust with me, you know. So it's all about actually just building relationships and like getting to know other people and asking lots of really good questions.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome, my lovely. Max, did you have a question, my lovely?
I did. Hey, you look amazing, mashallah. You look gorgeous.
Oh my goodness.
You all do, but I can only see like 3 more. But, my question is basically, it's probably already answered many times, but I can't remember the answer to it. You know, like you said many times, and a lot of people have said it, like Instagram's really great, you know, for connecting. It's another great platform. I struggle with that, and I don't know if I'm doing anything wrong, or I don't know, but basically I message people, I connect to them, and I like and comment and things like that, and I drop them an inbox. That inbox never opened. And it's like, I don't remember one inbox. I don't know, maybe it's I'm not posting correctly. I don't know what is it that I should be doing that's not. I mean, the inbox has not been opened, so I can't even begin to have a conversation. So then I came off Instagram. I focused on Facebook, but it's a big platform, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I've been there too. Like, I can completely relate to you. It's something that when I first started as well, you know, it was something that I think a lot of people struggle with because it's completely different to Facebook. So what's really important to remember is that, have you ever been in a situation where you've got a message from somebody that you don't know on Instagram and you're like, who's this? Why are they messaging me? Right?
Yeah.
You know, we've all been there, haven't we? Like, who's this person? What are they selling? So it goes back to getting to know people again. And what's really worked for me and what's working for a lot of the other guys as well is what you've got to do on Instagram is not just spam and inbox. It's exactly the same techniques as Facebook. What you've got to do is know, like, and trust. It's exactly the same. So what really works for me and what I tend to do is I go to Instagram and I follow people that are in my tribe. And then I love on a couple of their posts and I leave a comment. and build a relationship with that person before I inbox them, make a list of the people. And when they message me back, I highlight their name to know that we've had a connection. Okay, and that they've responded back to me. And I'll have a conversation with them about something that is on their Instagram feed. And then I'll take it into their inbox and carry on that conversation. It's exactly the same process as what we do on Facebook, you know, because it's all well and good. Hey, really like your profile. I think you'd be amazing at what we do. That don't work no more. You know, that was something that I think we tried quite a while ago. And actually, I noticed that I was getting no responses. And what I'm finding as well is that from my stories, if you're using your stories on Instagram, which is obviously just like Facebook, the more that you're liking and commenting on people's stories like 15 minutes before or after that you do a post or a story, the more engagement that you're getting. And my stories now are actually getting like a ton of engagement, and my posts are getting a ton of engagement because I'm using lots of hashtags. I'm using hashtags that have a location. I'm using hashtags that describe what kind of person that I am. So I use like fit girl, I use Bali, I use UK expat in Bali, I use travel girl, fit girl, and I always use about 15 to 20 hashtags. Okay, so it's really important to go and search the hashtags. So for me, what I would do is I would go and search Canggu fitness, or Canggu UK expat, because that's what I'm in. I'm a UK expat in Canggu, and it's local to my area. So I'd hashtag that in the search bar. I'd click on it and then click on tags and see what comes up on the pictures. And then I'd find girls that were like me, and I'd go and like and comment on some of their photos. And then that way they would start to follow me, and they'd be like, oh, who's this? And I'd be like, hey girl, just recently moved to Canggu, whereabouts are you staying? Or do you fancy grabbing some breakfast? I see you're an expat. How long have you been here? That kind of thing. So, you know, there's so many different things that you can do, like regarding health and gym and, you know, summer and, you know, all kinds of things like fashion, health, all them kind of things. It's just about you opening your mind and just trying new things. You know, no one's really ever told me what to do. I've just literally realised that some things don't work. I've got to try new things. This isn't working. I'm going to try this. I'm going to try this. I'm going to try this. See what works. Just keep trying, testing, failing, and modifying. It's something that because I'm just hungry. You know, I want this to work. I really want to be able to, you know, speak to people and reach people. And I always think of how can I find ways of interacting with people? How can I find ways of attracting people? How can I find ways that people are going to respond to me because I've got something that I really want to share with them? You know, and it's not a case of like, great, they've responded to me, I'm going to tell them about Juice Plus now. It's a case of getting people to interact back with me, and for me then to be able to ask loads of questions. And you know what, like, who cares? Who cares if they say no? Who cares if they just don't respond back? You know, that's literally an in. You've shared what you know. You've shared, you know, something that's a real gift to us. And if you really talk about coming from a place of how excited you are in the community that we have, and you know, the life that it's given you, Max, and your incredible results. You know, I actually forgot of like how incredible your results were until Shafina put your post up the other day. You know, you should be so proud of that, and you need to be posting that every single week, at least once, but coming from different angles. Like, you can talk about your stories 3 times a week, at least. You know, for me, it's skin, it's freedom, it's fat loss, it's muscle gain, it's confidence, it's friendships, it's community, it's team, it's freedom. You know, there's so many different things that you can talk about. And, you know, it's like we've got to remember, like, when you see an advert on TV, how many times do you see it before you actually realise what it is? Like, you hear that music, don't you? And sometimes you just ignore it, and then you hear the music again, and it's like the Coca-Cola advert. You know exactly, as soon as that music starts, you know what it is. You know, and people want to know what your story is, but you've got to replay it over and over again and be clever, be creative, and share that story with people. So let me Kat's just written something, hold on. So 2 years ago, I had a group that was helping mums with meals for families. I've literally not used it in so long, but today I've got 4 people requesting to join. So I'm thinking of starting back up again, 100%. Do you think it's something I should do? Absolutely. It's got 400 people in there. Emma Stedden has a good video on YouTube that's about scheduling your day. Yes, Debs, absolutely. Emma Stedden has a good video on YouTube. Yeah, go and have a search for that. I think that's the clocks one, isn't it, Kat? It's about drawing your day out in clocks, and it's amazing. So you then can see what time you've got in your day. So go and have a look at that video, Debs. If you can't see it, find it, let me know. But yeah, Max, just don't think about it too much. If you're inboxing and it's not working, then try something different. So try commenting and liking on people's pictures, and start relationships that way. You know, that's something that can really, really work. And that's something that really works for me. Sometimes I still don't get responses. You know, I sometimes message girls and I don't get responses for a couple of days or sometimes a week. So, you know, it's fine. It's just process. And the right people will pop up at the right time. This is what I'm saying. Like, you've got to get into the right mindset. If you don't believe in yourself, if you don't believe that you can do this, you're not going to find the right people, because you're going to find more people that don't believe in you, right? So it's all about going, I know what I believe, I know what I want, I know what my goals are, I know where I'm going, and I believe this and I love this and I want to do it, and I'm gonna crack this, you know, and having that mindset and going, right, jumping about, getting into your peak state, you know, feeling amazing, changing that physiology like we talked about last night, and going and finding those people. Because it sounds mental, but you'll be in a different state, you'll be in a different energy zone, and you'll then attract the right people, and you'll actually find different people, because your energy will be different, and you'll notice different people that have a higher vibe because you're feeling on point. Okay, so it's really important to have that vibe and have that mindset. So Zana said, if you add your location on Instagram, you increase your audience by 80%. Instagram stories is where it's at, and you can use up to 30 hashtags. Yeah, absolutely. Using your location is super powerful. Thanks for that, Zana. I really appreciate that. So I hope that helps, Maxine. Like, Instagram, just practice. You know, when I first started as well, I was a bit like, oh God, I don't want to do the transition of, you know, Facebook to Instagram, you know, and you don't have to do it, but it's literally, I think there's something like, I can't remember exactly, I've got it written down somewhere, I think it's like 2 billion or 2 million on Facebook, and either 5 million or billion, can't remember, on Instagram. Yeah, it's a lot of people, but there's more people on Instagram, and people are tending, especially what I found here in Canggu, when I go, oh, can I add you on Facebook? People say, oh, I'm not on Facebook. Can I add you on Instagram? Or have you got WhatsApp? And WhatsApp is even better, because now WhatsApp have stories as well. So it's better to get people on stories on WhatsApp, because then obviously, you know, they can see what you're doing, and you've got their mobile phone number, which is great. You know, and you could add them to a broad list. Okay.
Right, okay.
So yeah.
I'll see how it goes with Instagram. I had no idea. It's very, like, I completely missed the fact that Facebook and Instagram, they both have the similar sort of tactics to work with. Like, you just have to, it's like the warming up with liking and commenting, and then taking it into the inbox. It's working on Facebook, but it's not, let's try harder, I guess. Like, but I haven't been warming up on the posts. So that's what I'll do from now. Warm up on the post, liking, instead of going, you know, liking the odd and then going to, like, a bit more warming up on the post, I guess.
Yeah, try
I'll see how that
goes. And yeah, just liking and loving. Like, even if you do it for like 5 or 10 minutes before, see if that makes a difference. And scroll. What Amy Turner said that we mentioned again last night was, if you do like 3 scrolls and then like on some older stories, those people will then start to see what you're seeing as well. It's about building that network.
Yeah.
Okay. And just go for it. Just literally, like, you know, just get yourself out there and talk to people. And, you know, what really works for me as well is also doing voice notes. So when I've spoken to someone and we've taken it from Instagram onto inbox, Instagram now do voice notes, and these people don't know who you are, right? They've got no idea. So you're literally just words on a screen. If you send them a voice note, I've found that actually the likelihood of them engaging back with me is like probably 20 times more likely, because they see that you're in here, that you're a real person. So voice notes are super powerful. The other thing that's really working as well for me, guys, is recording a quick video on Snapchat for people's birthdays. So a 10-second video, going, hey hon, happy birthday, sending you so much love, hope you have a magical day, lots of love, Millie, sending all my love from Bali, and doing like a silly video on Snapchat with a filter and sending it to people for their birthday. That really works, because people are like, oh, thanks for spending your time like recording me a video and sending it to me. That is really working for me. But also as well doing video messages. So not just voice notes, actually doing video messages sometimes to people. Scary, but that's again really, really something that is working right now, and something that's up there on the top of network marketing coaches list to teach people. So if you can do videos and show people your faces and show people that you're genuine, and people can see that you are genuine, because it's a step up from voice noting. So, you know, if you can get people on a video call, that's obviously even better. So it's just more proof that you're a real person. So they're just a few things that are really working. So I doubled my followers in 3 weeks just by following the strategy. They taught at Simon Mitchell conference. I use voice notes. I can help you. Yeah. Excuse me. Amazing, Zana. Thank you. And again, like, just ask loads of questions. Remember, make it about other people, and try and say the words I less about when you're talking to new people. Like I, me, what's the other one? I can't remember. But all the selfish words, try and make it about them. So instead of saying like things about yourself, obviously you can tell your story, and you can say, would you be open to hearing how like I've had a similar journey to you, and then talk about your story, and then ask loads of questions. Okay.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. That's really helped.
No problem.
Millie, I need to, I'm going to be like, oh, where's my camera gone? Basically, I need to open my fast, so I'm going to listen in. I'm just going to head down. My family's...
Go eat. All right, darling. See you soon.
No, I'm not starving, but my family's shouting at me. But yes, lovely seeing you all. And thank you so much for the tips as well. Thank you. I'm listening in. Thank you.
So has anyone else got any questions? Does anyone want to ask me anything? Maxie, do you want me to unmute you? Yes.
Yeah, I did. Just want to say thank you, Millie. Shame you are such a darling.
That's okay, my darling.
So early for us. I'll leave you a message. I must drive, and I'm going to have 3 girls in the car now, all 17, so it will be like that. So anyway, there's a lot of tips that I got from this. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
But I promise I'll message you, and it's just for me. I mean, I do everything. I do absolutely everything. It's just that final hook and to conclude the sales, you know. And
okay, what we'll do? Let's let me know when you're free, and let's have like a one-to-one. We can talk about stuff properly, and like what's not working and what we need to change. Let's do that. So when you get home, pop me a message and tell me sometimes you're free, and we can have a chat.
Perfect. Yeah.
Oh,
okay. All right. Thank you so much. And it's nice to see
safely.
everybody. Okay. Thank you.
See you.
Bye.
Bye, darling.
Bye.
So guys, yeah, like just the reason that I wanted to obviously get you guys together and get you on the call is just obviously to get you like super focused on PB. Obviously we know like customer care is super essential. But yeah, I just wanted to really make sure that you knew that I'm here. And again, just like, you know, it's all about stepping out of our comfort zones and doing things that, you know, that perhaps sometimes that we haven't or we don't want to do, because that's exactly probably what we need to do the most. If we're fearing something and there's something that we feel like, you know, that feels really uncomfortable, that's probably the thing that we need to do the most. Like there are things that I need to do right now that are on my list that I'm doing every single day that feel really uncomfortable. Like, I don't know why, like I have a real resistance in recording videos. I have no idea why, because as soon as I've done them, I feel amazing and I love them. But there's like just that real resistance, but it's a step of growth, and that's something that, you know, I've got to work on personally. So I'd really urge yourselves to think about, what do you really not want to do? What is something that is you really like don't want to do in your business, because that's probably something that you need to conquer the most. You know, so I think, you know, it's really easy to go, oh, I'll just do it tomorrow, but tomorrow can be next week, can be next month, can actually never get done. And the compound effect of doing it today, over time, if you do a video today, for example, if I get my video done today, put it out there, it might attract someone tomorrow that if I hadn't done could be an NMD in my business next year. So it's really important to like get rid of that procrastination and get stuff done as and when we think about, right, this is what I need to do. And that's about being a business person. That's about being, successful. It's about getting out that comfort zone and, the safe zone really, and doing things that we feel we don't really want to do. But yeah, so I haven't like really got a lot of this. I mean, there's so much that I could talk about, but again, like I really just wanted to open it up to you guys. I just wanted to say as well, Kat, like for your group, what you could do is if you've got 400 people in there and 4 people have requested to join, you could reopen the group and launch like a challenge for the people in a group to get people engaging right from the start. So you could do like a bake-off Sunday or something, or you could do like a cook-off on Sunday, and you could do like a little competition for somebody to win, I don't know, something like access to the support group for like a week or something, to get like nutritional support. And then they can obviously they can see what we're doing in there or something like that. But yeah, you could do something where people are, having to engage within the group to get people, fired up again. Because if you've got a group of 400 people in it, that's basically like a sea of people. And I know that before it was quite interactive, wasn't it? When you had those people in it, it was something that didn't you get? Was that something you set up when you did the what was it called? The detox groups? Is that something that's come from that? Oh, you're feeding Kian. Sorry, babe, you can't talk, can you? Is he sleeping?
No, it's okay. He's fell asleep. No, it was something I set up like alongside that, and I had posted in like lots of mummy groups and things saying that I was going to start up a group to help people like with recipes to help their kids get healthy. Obviously, it was like the whole child health study thing at the time, but where most of my members in it are actually from Dubai. I had done a post in a mummy group in Dubai, and there was like over 500 comments on it, and most of the people are actually from there, and they're all right into healthy stuff. So it was that same post, people commented on that post today from 2 years ago. I don't know how they found it, asking if they could join, and I thought, you know what, I need to get that back up and running.
Absolutely.
But I need to make it work better than what it did, because obviously I didn't really get anywhere from it last time.
So what you could do is have like set days. So like you could have like a bake-off Sunday. You could have like a omelette off on Monday, or something like that, or like you could get them to find their favourite healthy recipe of the week, and you could have like, I don't know, like you could do something like where you've got a competition each week for somebody to post a recipe, and then on a certain day you do like a cook-off all together, and you make the same thing, like Ready Steady Cook or something on a day, on an evening, so you're all cooking together, or just getting people super interactive. So maybe having like a theme for a few days of the week, where you're turning the group into something that's really interactive. You could have a question day where you could have like an hour on a certain day where you go live and you can say, I'm coming live today. If there's anything you want to know about healthy eating, for the kids, for yourself, I'm going to be live here. Come and ask me any questions. That kind of thing.
That sounds good. I like that idea.
And just, make it super interactive. And the more value that you give in there, the more people are probably going to respond. Free groups where it's at. And obviously, you can put pictures up of, Kaylee having her smoothie and, Kian taking your shake and stuff. So, and they'll probably be asking, what's that them kids are having? So, and obviously, John out in Dubai, and if you have got a lot of people out there, then we can get them kind of plugged into his events.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Obviously, like before, it was when we were just starting to launch in Dubai, and that's why I was kind of targeting there. But obviously, I've not taken that a step further. But now, the fact that people have found a post for 2 years ago,
that's crazy.
So that's the universe telling me that I need to get my arse in there and start talking to these people.
400 people here, and even if there's one person in that group that becomes a customer, that might be the one. It could be the one that changes
Exactly.
everything. You never know. So yeah, that's a great idea. So,
Thank you.
all right, girls. Well, if you've got no other questions, Debs, yes, more questions.
Yes. Okay, babe. Kat's just made me think about my free group that I do.
Okay.
So I have 39 members.
Okay.
And I have certain things every day. So I have, what I do now, hang on a minute. I do like Motivational Monday. I do Recipe Tuesday. I do Walking Wednesday, Thoughtful Thursday, and I do What You're Eating Friday, Saturday Pictures, and I do Goal Setting Sunday as my profile on it. But I get absolutely no interaction now whatsoever.
Okay.
And I do try. Believe me, I do try. I post every day, but I'm not getting any interaction. So some of the things you said with Kat's group, is that something I could do? Like do a cooking thing, trying to get people be a bit more live on it?
Absolutely. And you want to be getting people into the group at all times. What I would do, Debs, is I would refresh the group. What's your group called?
Living Life to the Full.
Okay. You could, keep it the same. What I would do is I would do a live video in there. Don't plan it. Don't get, oh my God, this needs to be perfect about it. Go live and be like, right.
Yeah.
I'm refreshing the group. I'm looking for some people who are, who want to get involved. These are the things that I'm going to be doing. And then also promote that group all over your stories. Put it all over your stories on Instagram and Facebook and invite people every single day. Every day. So on a Monday, do a post in the morning about inviting to your group. On a Tuesday, perhaps do it at 12 o'clock. On a Wednesday, do it in the evening. So you're targeting different audiences of people. Put the link somewhere where you can send people to. So put the link like on your Facebook, or put it, I don't know if you can do it actually on your stories, like click on this link and it'll take you to the group. Invite people all the time. Invite people to your group all the time, because 39 people is great, but think about our support group and how much value we put in there, right? The support group, how much interaction do we get in there? But people watch. Never forget that people watch. I have girls that say to me, because I think like, God, like this support group, like why are people not commenting? People just don't, people just don't anymore. But my girls say to me, yeah, I use the support group all the time. There's so many good recipes and I get so much motivation from the group. So what we do is working. It's just a case of people just don't interact as much. So I think, to get the engagement up, it's the same with anything. You can do stories in groups. So you could post like 3 or 4 posts a day onto that story. If you're doing Walking Wednesday, do 3 walking tips, or do like a video of you, like a boomerang of you walking, and just make it interactive, make it super fun. But always invite, always be inviting people from, Instagram and Facebook, and, I've got this group that you might be interested in if you're trying to get healthy. Let me add you into this group, and there's loads of value, and run competitions.
Fab. I do get people I can see obviously how many people saw my post, but nobody's really interacting. So that's what I need to do. I need to get them interacting and obviously add more people.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I mean, the other thing that you could do is just start a fresh group and say, opening a new group. It's for people that want to get healthy, blah, 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 and just start afresh, because it's not like you've got a lot of people that you need to move over. But it's completely up to you. I would, first of all, do a new video and just get super interactive, and just do a lot. You can literally be like, hey guys, Deb's coming in, like super excited, feeling really good. These are the things that we're going to be doing each week, and just freshen it up a bit, just get people interacting, and say to people, if you're watching this live, let me know, give me a wave. If you're watching it on replay, comment replay, and have a day that you go live every single week, because that's going to up your engagement.
Yeah.
See, in my other group,
try that first, definitely.
In my other group that I used to use, to get people to interact, I used to do polls, and they always interacted on the poll ones. So I would have done a post saying, what do you want in this group? and then I would give them like a list of things that I think of, and then obviously tell them they can add their own, and they would like say, so do you want motivation Monday, do you want recipe Tuesday? And people who want no days will click on it, and if nobody votes on it, then maybe you could change the days up a bit, and things like what other people like actually ask them what they want out of your group.
Love that. That's a really
Fab,
good
Kat. Thank you.
Yeah, that's an awesome shout. Thanks, Kat. Amazing. So yeah, just keep it super fresh, Debs. And yeah, I think free groups are definitely the way to go. You know, because obviously then you're in control of that and you're inviting people, but also like get into other groups and invite other people into your group from other groups. You know, if you're in other like cooking groups, say, oh, you know, I've got a really cool group. If you want to, you know, if you want to come and join us, it's all about mummy's health, or, you know, it's about being healthy. You know, or Deb's like, I don't know, like, could you start a group up for, or could you go and interact in UK hairdressers from home groups?
Yeah, could do. Yeah, that's true. I've not tried that.
Because UK hairdressers from home, like everybody that works from home is obviously working from home for a reason. As a hairdresser, obviously, as you know, you can only cut a certain amount of people's hair per day, and you can only make a certain amount of money. And again, Kat, like it's the same for your mum, right? Like with the salon and cutting hair, unless you have staff. And then sometimes if the staff go sick or get pregnant, then you need to find more people. You know, so again, it's a good way, perhaps, Kat, for your mum to find new people. You know, home hairdressers, Scotland, or like just hairdressing Scotland groups, or, you know, and just open your mind. And, you know, obviously hairdressers are hairdressers for a reason. You know, and we've got products that can benefit the hair, so it's a win-win really in that situation. But it's also the opportunity to help them, you know, earn that extra money. So, you know, you can both relate to hairdressers from home and people that work in salons, you know, and say like, you know, I can totally relate to you. I've got something you might be interested in actually. But what you can do like beforehand is say to them, you know, just ask them about their jobs. You know, how do you work from home? Do you travel around? Like, build that relationship, and you can say, oh yeah, that's similar to what I do. Or if they work in a salon, what salon do you work in? How long have you worked in a salon for? Just ask loads of questions, you know, because I think hairdressers are such a good target. I talk to Maria about this a lot, but Maria's really good, and she doesn't manage to get into a lot of the groups, because getting into groups can take time to build relationships. But I just think it's something that is a real minefield, and it's a gold mine basically. I think, you know, that because we don't have an awful lot of hairdressers in the business, and I think makeup artists and hairdressers are people that have real potential. So that's something that, you know, that you could try, Debs, and Kat as well.
Love that. Thank you so much. Love it.
No problems. All right, guys, has anybody got any other questions? No more questions. I want to try and find this thing in here. This is my, so when we did the network marketing course, this is when I went with Simon, this is like the Bible that we got, and it's literally like full from front to back of stuff that I'm going to be teaching to you guys over the coming weeks. It was just something that I wanted to talk to you guys about. What we might do is I might just do this on Sunday. But I just really wanted to remind you guys about the 1,000-year vision and the 1,000-day goals. And just really remember, like, 2 years and 7 months, like, where do you want to be from now? And really just think about, you know, what your life could look like. Like, just totally fast forward yourself into the future. And think about just exactly like where you want to be, because actually anything is possible, and it's just about stepping out of those comfort zones and doing those things. And, you know, like for you, Debs, making sure that you are spending that hour every single day, and you commit yourself to that schedule. And, you know, Kat, that you're opening your group and actually, you know, posting value in there and interacting with the people that are interacting on your post. So everybody that likes and leaves a comment, like and comment back. And if somebody likes a post, tag their name and say, hey Sally, thanks so much for the interaction, or hey Sally, have you made this recipe yet, or hey Sally, I don't know, like, what value did you get from this post? And just interact with people, because if people are liking a post, they're liking it for a reason, you know, but do we know what that is? No, not unless we actually properly speak to them. So really think about, you know, what it is that you want to achieve from your group. Like, what is the outcome of your group? And it's obviously to be able to talk to people about the products. So don't just aimlessly build these groups. Always have an outcome. So like Debs, you know, you've got this group you've got going on, but always have in your mind, how can you ask the questions and influence people so that you can offer them the business or the products, you know? So always have that outcome in your mind and know that that is the direction that you're going, you know, because we've got something that's a gift and that we can, you know, give to people. But it's really important that, you know, that we don't just start these groups aimlessly. It's important that we, you know, have an outcome. So always ask yourself, what is the outcome of this group? What's the outcome of my post? What do I want? What do I want to achieve from this? You know, every single day has a goal. You know, what do you want to achieve every day? And for me, every single day, you know, I say this before, but I wake up with the aim of one customer and one teamie every single day. And that's something that I've really, really focused on. And it's, you know, it's all about that mindset again. You know that I want to do this. I know where I want to be. I know what my goals are. I'm really specific. I know what I want to achieve. So really get that clear in your mind, so you know what that you're working towards. Because it is really easy, like, just to go day by day, crossing off our DMOs, you know, and actually forgetting the purpose of why we're doing this. You know, we want to build a business. We want to earn some money. You know, that's what this is all about, but we want to help people along the way. But actually, you know, we're doing this because we want that freedom. We want our goals. We want to make it come true. So really have that clear in your minds, you know, and just think about who you can help along the way. And that's the beauty of this business, right? Like, it still blows my mind every single day, you know, that we've got something that actually gives us a gift to be able to help people, but it gives us a gift back by giving us an income to be able to, you know, put into our lives and share with our families and, you know, do the things that we love. You know, so just super blessed. Super.
Thank you.
That's all right, darling. All right, well, girls, thank you so much for coming on tonight. It's so lovely to see you. I know that some of you were on last night. In fact, I think all of you were on last night. So it's really good to see you for 2 nights in a row. We've got, obviously, Team Zoom on Sunday night with, like, the whole team, which is going to be a really good one this week. It's just going to be revisiting. It's going to be visiting DMO, but also with a few things from the coaching course as well that I'm going to share with you guys, which is incredible. And once you learn these strategies and start implementing them, can really make a difference to you actually impacting people, which is really exciting. So thank you all so much for coming on. I just want to say, has anyone else got any more questions just before we get off the call tonight? Any more questions? Well, girls, I'd really love to know, like, how you get on with your groups. Yeah, just keep me posted. Debs, don't forget to go on YouTube and have a look at the clocks with Emma Snedden. That's going to be a really great thing to help you schedulise your time.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you all so much for coming on. I love you loads. Let's smash the end of the month. Obviously, you know, PB is super important, and I believe in all of you. And you're so welcome, Max. No worry at all. If there's anything that you need in the meantime, just message me. I'm here. I'm working. I'm hustling. I'm back into my routine now. I've got, like, somewhere that I'm more permanent. So yeah, just let me know if you need any support. All right, girls.
Are we doing this again?
So much.
That's all right, darling.
Right.
Yeah,
Donna's asking, are we doing it again?
Yeah, we will do, not perhaps for the rest of this month, but yeah, I'll definitely do question time, just because I think it's a really great way for you to be able to think about what you need support with, and then I think it's a great way for you guys to feel supported and for you to be able to have, like, any kind of questions with me at all.
Like the bespoke aspect of this, because then I don't know, I just find it really, really helpful because it's exactly the information I need to know.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's just a great way for, instead of me going, this is what you need to learn, this is what you need to do, blah, 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 blah. It's all about, like, you know, what do you need? What do you need support with? What do you need help with? So
thank you. It's been amazing.
Feedback. All right, girls. I love you lots. Have a great, what day is it? Saturday. Is it Saturday night? Friday night.
Friday night.
My Saturday, isn't it?
Yeah.
Obviously, lose track of time. Don't even know. All right, girls. Lots of love, and I'll see you really soon.